K-Trend Monitoring Office, how can I help you? Back joining us in the studio for K-Trend Monitoring Office is David. David, what's up, man?
Hello, everybody. It's a lovely Monday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's a terrible Monday.
Really? Why?
For people.
Oh, yeah. Freelancers can't relate.
For stocks.
For stocks. Well, not for me, because I believed in Mr. Huang, and he was visiting a lot of Korean companies today. And
You got to sell on the news, though. Did you sell on the news?
I actually bought the dip.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you bought the dip and then went up.
I bought Naver. PD님 knows. So I made some good funds out of it today.
Okay.
I'm holding until tomorrow.
It was a disastrous day today, by the way. There was a sidecar at the start.
Oh, yeah.
Because it dipped down so much.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you're going to see that, right? You're going to see ups and downs, but it's just that in the past few days, it's been dipping quite a bit.
Yes.
Speaking of which, that's exactly what we're going to talk about, is I remember my parents, their thing was save, save, save.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And back when our parents were saving, they were able to save and buy houses,
right.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Korea, you can save, save, save. Mm-hmm. I remember the craziest thing that, like, we call it menbung, right? Like,
yeah,
the
mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown is when I saved my first irok, which is like roughly around 100K.
Yeah.
And I said, a long time ago, that was like the magic number. And I could do nothing with it.
Yeah.
I can't buy a house.
Inflation, the economy, it's crazy.
I used it for security deposit for an apartment.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. So nowadays, people are not saving.
No,
what
not
are they
at
doing?
all. So there was this saying, as you said, like it's called 티끌 모아 태산 in
Yes.
Korean. It means like every penny matters.
Yeah.
And as you said, like in our parents' generation, they could save in the bank and the interest rate was good. But nowadays, that's like an old fairy tale for us. So we have to do extreme measures. We have to take extreme measures such as going into stocks, investing, real estate, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, whatever it is. And I don't think it's overstatement to say our country right now, South Korea, everyone I know, at least in their 20s or 30s, are invested and crazy over stocks and investing in general. Like if you go to the 40s and 50s, they have a little bit more money. They might be into real estate and stuff. But as for now, where the Kospi is at like 8,000 something, yes, the whole country is going mad over stock trading.
No, it's not 8,000 anymore because of the past few days where it just went down.
My bad. Yep.
7,000 something. But still, though, considering where it started last year, I mean, it's been going up. And in fact, it's not just the 20s and 30s. It's just everybody is investing in stocks right now.
Yeah.
But they're investing in specific kinds of stocks.
Yes.
Which is why every other stocks are kind of on the downhill and only a handful of stocks are actually doing really well.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we're going to talk about is from savers to shareholders. There's a new financial DNA.
A new financial DNA. I wonder what that is. Well, I guess like we're talking about like everybody going into stocks, and I think like nowadays there's a lot of strategies in investing. So everyone has their own resources in like the YouTube channels and stuff. They reference it towards it. But right now in Korea, I think mostly we're talking about like semiconductors and big tech companies or like the big representatives of Korea, like Samsung, LG, Hyundai, mostly everything that's related to the AI sector right now. So everyone's just like putting their money over there. The money is getting sucked into it like a black hole. And ironically, it's elevating our stock market as well, too. So people are just ditching savings accounts, safe manners or whatever. They're just putting all into the stock market like the aforementioned stocks. And yeah, I think that's now our new DNA.
Because think about it. Let's say you have two young gentlemen, here in Korea. And they both have, let's say, $50,000.
Yes.
Which is a big money for a young person to have in their bank.
Yep.
Now, you could do one of the two things. You could go the old way, which is put it into the bank and get about 2 to 3% interest rate.
Yeah. No.
Which is going to get you very little.
Very little.
You're probably going to get about 1,500, about like 1,000. $1,000 to $1,500 in interest rate over the year.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they say
gosh.
it's free money. No,
Yeah,
but it's
no.
interest rate. And you have the other gentleman who last year put in $50,000 into SK Hynix.
Oh, no. Oh.
And SK Hynix jumped like 5 folds.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 10 folds.
Tenfolds.
That is now $500,000 that
Yes.
gentleman has
Uh-huh.
instead of the 1,500 the other kid. And so people see this and go, why would I put money into the bank?
Exactly. And there's a word for that. It's called relative deprivation. People are feeling that. They're feeling FOMO over their friends that have put their money into the stocks. And so now nobody is putting their money into the banks. And actually, like the retail investors in Korea, they're called kemis. That means ants. I don't know who started it. It's because it's similar to the word 개인, which is individual, and then kemi, which is like ants. We don't stand a chance against the foreigners and stuff and hedge funds. But yeah, I don't know why they call them ants. It kind of sounds belittling. But anyways, these ants usually were the signal of like failure. You know, they weren't very smart investors, whatever. But ever since the investing boom started, people got smarter and smarter with all the information on the internet, and we have a thing called the global ants, the 서학개미.
Yeah.
So people noticed like, oh, rather than putting your money into the bank for 10 years straight, if you invested in the U.S. stock market, like the S&P 500, you would have gotten an average rate of 15 to 10% every year. So that's what happened. And everyone started migrating their money to the US stock market. And now we're here. Like, I think most of my friends invest in the US stock market and their portfolios are really nice and their rates are really nice. So yeah, everyone's having a good time.
Because again, I mean, the general consensus historically, the S&P 500 does give around 15% return annually.
Yeah.
That's still far higher than 2 to 3% you'll get at the bank, and it's like a safer bet.
Right.
Now, you have to take into consideration many things. You know, sometimes things happen and it just collapses and things like that could happen, but on average about 15%. But there's also a lot of people who put into things like Tesla.
Yes.
There's people who put into, you know, NVIDIA, which a lot of people made money.
Right.
And so I think FOMO is the big thing. And this is I think the terminology ant, Kemi, is like it's correct because once an ant, I don't know how, like, don't ask me why I know this. An ant finds, let's say there's like a lollipop that dropped.
Right.
Okay. And he sees the lollipop.
Oh.
And then he's going to go back and say, hey, there's this lollipop, man. And then all the ants start going boom.
Yeah, they have like this chemical emissions, right?
Yes.
Like the pheromones or whatever. Have you seen the movie recently, Colony? That one is exactly about this.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, with the Chun Ji-hyun and, you know, the
really?
famous actors.
Okay.
I've seen it. It's okay, but, you know, it's based on like this phenomenon.
Yeah, so they're following this pheromone and they're following the initial ant. Now, mind you, some of them, you know, I don't know if you know about the death circle. Sometimes they get into a death circle, which then you can actually in stocks too. But everyone's going to that lollipop.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Right.
Because that's what we're seeing right now is everyone is going to Samsung. Everyone's going to SK Hynix.
Exactly.
Everyone's going to the same stuff. And I think the terminology is the right terminology.
It is. It is. I mean, there are ants that are like that go to Samsung and SK, but there are people that are left out like me. So I feel FOMO and I'm too afraid, like scared to go in now, like after it's like 5x, 10x. So there are people like me that want to get like a different strategy that invest in things they know better. For instance, a lot of people, young Koreans that are into K-pop or culture, they go into like music copyright trading as well too. Like you can chop up the copyrights of G-Dragon songs or whatever. You can invest in that. There's also fandom investing as well. So like for instance, for me, I earned a lot of money through Hybe, and that's because I wholeheartedly believe in BTS.
Okay.
Like if you're a fan of a certain K-pop group or a product or a brand or whatever, it's in your interest. So you know a lot about it. So you know there's going to be a lot of money generated by this ARIRANG World Tour and stuff. And that's how I invested. And yeah, it actually brings you a lot of gain. So a lot of the MZ generation are picking up on this trend rather than, I don't know anything about semiconductors, so let me go here. But this year, it hasn't been really good.
No, it's because everyone's going to the semiconductors.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Everyone who had those like high stocks, everyone who had those other stocks, they go, oh my goodness, I've made this much already.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's that big lollipop that everyone's going towards.
Yeah.
And so I have to put this money into Samsung, I got to put this into SK Hynix, and there's the ants going out and out.
Yep.
But there's a funny story. There was it's like a legendary story amongst like investors, like the chemies.
Yeah.
20 years ago, some guy saw Girls' Generation for the first time.
Okay.
When they debuted.
Okay.
And they said, oh my goodness, I love Girls' Generation.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy SM Entertainment stocks.
Makes sense.
And he went all in on it.
Okay.
Okay. And then he went through about 2-3 years of being just a complete fanboy of Girls' Generation.
Yeah.
Forgot about it afterwards. He grew up and completely forgot about it.
Wow.
Later on, during COVID, if you remember during COVID, is there other phase where people went all crazy with stocks?
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, I have some stocks.
I have some stocks.
Yeah.
It went 20x.
2,000%.
2,000%.
Wow.
Because he completely forgot about it.
Yeah, that's the best policy.
And then he became a Girls' Generation fan again.
Yeah.
I mean, you have stuff like that. Fandom leaning to, I know like IU, a lot of IU fans bought like companies of her stocks and stuff like that.
A funny story, I actually started investing in stocks because I love Twice. I saw their debut. I got some contest money from a video contest. I threw in some like cash and it kept going up. So that's actually my story as well. But I wasn't like, I didn't hold it until like 10 years after. Yeah. That's my bad.
I mean, I invested in YG with Blackpink and I made some money and then lost some money. So I'm whatever. But that's one way. You chose a song from Lucy, Unbelievable. 아니 근데 진짜 why?
Yeah, like looking at the stock market right now, it's really unbelievable.
No, it's crazy. And you have to be very, very cautious right now because some people are saying that maybe this is a bubble and it's bursting. This is Lucy with Unbelievable. 아니 근데 진짜. People talking about investing in a SJ coin. I can make a coin. I can. But it's going to be worth nothing. And there's a very good chance I might pull the rug and I might get arrested.
Yeah. There's a lot of scam coins.
There's a lot of scam coins. Yeah. Like the Hok coins and stuff like that. But anyways, don't get into that stuff. Campus culture, infotainment, and the soldier ants.
Yep.
Let's talk about this.
Right. So everyone has a starting point for investing. It's kind of sad. I've always had like a personal, a grudge on the education system in Korea where they don't tell you or teach you anything about finance or investing, right? Like they don't even tell you how to make like a bank account or whatever. Right. That's the most essential skill you need for survival in the modern world. So I've always had that, like that pain point. But for me, it started in when I was in university as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I started when I won like a video contest and I got like $3,000. And I was like, oh, what do I do with this money? I don't want to spend it on like alcohol and soju, like I did for my past 4 years. So I was like looking to more stuff in the library and I got to know about like stocks and investing. And I was like, oh, Twice just debuted. And that's how I entered, investing. But nowadays, for the MZ, from the Gen Z to the Gen Alpha, they have like university investing clubs.
Yep.
They have mock trading contests.
Yep.
And it's just so well known. And so like the infrastructure is just there for them. Like freshmen and even high schoolers go to like these expos that talk about investing and such, and they get into it so early and they put their like chump change, like their yongdon into it, and they start like trading and learn all these strategies, how to like, actually take profits, stop losses, whatever that is. So like college and school is actually a very good entry point for investing nowadays.
And nowadays, like also because you have so much information, also you could join like the Kakao Chatbangs.
Yes.
My wife isn't like one of those things. I think they rarely talk about stocks, but like, they share information.
Yeah.
This is going to happen. That's going to happen. It's interesting you talk about how like schools teaching it. I remember in my economics class in my senior year in high school.
Yeah.
We had a semester long project. we were all given $100,000 in fake money.
Oh, fake money.
No,
I was like, wow, that's a nice school.
and we have to trade.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is back before when we looked at the stock numbers through the newspaper. And so everything that we buy or sell, we had to report to the teacher, and then he would write it down.
Wow.
And I mean, and we did this. And so I have no interest in this whatsoever. I buy $100,000 worth of the first company I recognize. Remember, everything is in ABC order on the newspaper.
Oh, I know where this is going.
I buy $100,000 worth of Apple.
Oh, it was Apple. I thought you were talking Alphabet, but okay.
No.
Good enough, yeah.
Apple. And it was at $14 a share. Wow. $14 a share.
Wow.
And then he goes, I still remember what he said. He goes, Mr. Lee, you're making the first, one mistake you should never make is going all in on one company.
Okay.
You should never do that.
Yeah.
I said, look, I could care less about this. I mean, and then the winner gets, by the way, an automatic A. And so I bought Apple. You know what happened at a few months after I bought all in on Apple, the first iPod came out.
Wow. If that was real money.
And it went up to $90-something at the end of the semester.
9x almost.
I made the most money out of everybody. But I've never felt more miserable in my life.
Yeah.
And so he said, that's the lesson.
And the teacher gave you totally wrong advice. Yeah.
He gave me an A, but I felt so miserable. It's just terrible stuff. But again, sometimes, you learn this in school. In colleges now, you have the group, so it's easier. But stock investment as infotainment?
Yeah, so you mentioned nowadays we are living in the world of easy information accessibility and such. We have a lot of YouTube channels, I think. I think YouTube really changed the whole scene in investing. So nowadays, everyone gets their information via YouTube. And in Korea, it's a little bit different because it's not very boring gurus coming out and teaching you about macro, microeconomic. It's you got... I have a channel that I watch every single day. It's called Shuka World and Money Comics. They actually, live stream events. Like, for instance, if Jensen Huang is visiting and he's having chimek with the other owners, they analyze that. They show you the news about it. And they also, talk about, the stock prices and whatnot. But they do it in a very comedic way. Yeah. There's a guy that wears, a pirate hat in the middle of the morning. And he's talking about charts and stocks. And they actually experiment with their own money. They make fun of themselves, make reels out of it. And people love these kind of shows. So they are not just, I don't think people are here just for the money, but even for me, some people are here for the dopamine.
Yeah.
Investing essentially has some similarities with gambling and speculation.
It's legalized gambling in some ways.
Yes. So I think people are doing it for half entertainment purposes, and these YouTube channels are capitalizing out of it.
It's like this guy I used to watch all the time, Park Ho-do.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Very controversial guy too, but he's lost so much money.
Yeah.
But when he loses money, people send money because they like the fact that he's losing money.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yes.
It's like when he's making money, no one's actually donating money to him. Mm-hmm. They're going, oh man, but they're actually giving money when he loses because they want to see him lose more money later on. Right. And this is a guy who is being chased down by loan sharks and stuff like that. I think he's big shot now.
Yep.
But here's another interesting. You talked about when people usually begin trading here in Korea.
Right.
The military's a place that a lot of people start.
Yes, this is actually a very recent change because when I was in the military, the monthly salary was only I don't even remember. It's probably $100 or something when you were sergeant, your last tier. But nowadays, the military salary has gone exponentially up compared to my days. So that's very good. So let's say a military soldier would get, I guess, maybe $500 to $1,000 per month. Then, what is that person going to do inside the military? They get food, they get shelter, they get everything. So they don't, my friends would only spend it on cigarettes and stuff. So they are bored inside. Mm-hmm. They got all the time. They got the money. So their choice naturally leads them to investing in stocks. They got YouTube, which is free. So they educate themselves in the military. And they also use systems like stock gathering apps so that they don't have to actively buy or trade these stocks because, military has a certain time where you can actually use cell phones.
Yeah.
So like
6 to 9.
Exactly.
PM.
So if they want to do American stocks, they don't have any access to it because they're probably sleeping.
Yeah.
So they use these automated systems where the AI or whatever buys a designated. You select a stock, like whether it's Apple or whatever. You say like, I want to buy this every single day at this time, and it does it for you. So automatically, after 2 years, like when they're discharged, they have like a nice, investing portfolio.
I mean, instead of putting that into the bank and getting nothing out of it, close to nothing, or spending it, you come out with a pretty good change. Who knows? And especially if the market's good,
right?
And if everybody else is doing, we talked about FOMO, right? And what do people talk about? People, they only talk about stocks nowadays.
Yep.
So everybody's talking about, and if you want to get in on the discussions, especially if you're in the military,
Exactly.
Then you have to get in on it too. And so now everybody's starting. I heard that the military is a good place.
Yeah.
That usually where a lot of guys start their trading.
I mean, in the old days, we used to like gather around and talk about girls and idols and, going on vacations and fashion. But nowadays they're like, oh, I heard NVIDIA and like SK Hynix has like these data centers coming. Yeah, it's very different.
We are going to take another short song break and continue to talk about how young people these days are trading, but also things that you need to be very careful about. I think this song is self-explanatory.
Yep.
This is AOA with Good Luck. David talking about how young people are investing these days. You only hear about the success stories.
Yeah.
That's usually how it is. No one is going to go up to you and go, David, man, I invested this and this and I lost $1,000, man.
Right. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. And
it's painful.
Also, you don't want to talk. Yeah, you don't want to talk about it because it's painful. But you will see people go, man, I made $5,000 investing on this.
Yep.
I made $10,000 doing that. And you hear all the people talking about all the money that they made.
Yes.
I mean, right now, amongst my wine group people, they're just buying all these wines that, like, I was like, I asked them, how are you buying all these wines?
Oh.
Like, all of a sudden, they're like, Hyung, do you not invest?
Oh.
And I said, no. He said, what are you doing with your money? And I said, raising kids in a family.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought you do stocks. And I said, only my kids have portfolios, but I don't do it myself. He's like, you're missing out.
Yeah.
So all of them are making money and buying expensive wines now.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not. And you hear this and you go, I want to buy.
Exactly. I'm missing out.
I'm missing out.
Yes.
This fear of missing out epidemic is dangerous.
Yes.
And it's happening right now.
It is definitely happening. In stock trading terms, it's called FOMO, and everybody knows about it now. Not a lot of Koreans actually knew about it, but like as the stock market got heated up, like the news is talking about FOMO, fear of missing out. And yeah, it's natural if we're in like a hyper-connected society, especially with like social media and like internet posts and communities talking about hitting the jackpots and like earning like millions of dollars overnight.
Right.
People are going to get that anxiety of like, oh, I'm the only one that's not earning money anymore. Like I'm the only one that's losing money. And you see all these YouTube videos saying like, oh, you're wasting your money if you put it in the bank. So yes, definitely there are so many people that are feeling FOMO right now. But this like they say that FOMO fuels the prices to go up, but to a certain level. But it's very dangerous when everyone's feeling FOMO because they buy in at the top, at the peak. And that's when it becomes very dangerous when the bubble pops. People just like their bank accounts go crashing together. Because
institutional investors, they don't keep it for a long term.
No.
They see it go up because all the FOMO ants are climbing in.
Yes.
And they see it hit a certain spot, and then they see the candle, and then they go, oh, this is the right time to pull out.
Yep.
And because, I mean, institutional investors are trying to make, the biggest institutional investor is National Health Insurance.
Yes.
Right? Those are going to pull out.
Yeah.
And when they pull out, you're not just talking about thousands of dollars that they're pulling out. They're pulling out tens and hundreds of millions of dollars out of it. And that's when we say, breathe out, right? And that's when
you're trapped.
You're down.
We usually use analogies like a building floor. If the price is like $51,000, you're at the 51st floor or something.
Yes.
You're trapped there. Or like if you're at the peak, you're at the penthouse.
Yeah.
Then people say like, "Oh, when's the rescue squad coming? My building is burning."
I'm at the 200th floor, which means like $200.
Yeah. Please, rescue squad, come on over. So yeah, that's the end of FOMO, and it's a very big concern right now because I know a lot of people around me that are feeling FOMO, and they are taking irrational amounts of loans and just their key money from their apartments and putting it all in.
That's the big thing. Is Housey from Brazil says no money means no FOMO. That's actually not true.
Oh yeah,
because now we have something called P2.
Oh yes.
And this is where things really go downhill. And you really now. You also do hear people. I saw that one story of a government worker because, government civil servants can get loans very easily.
Yes.
He took out a loan for something like $4 million. Went all in on SK Hynix.
Wow. Miracle story.
And I don't think he's a government worker anymore.
Oh, no, probably not.
But you hear that one story and you go, I want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But think about all the people that did the same thing and lost money and are just now ended their life. Let's talk about this P2.
Yeah, so P2 means Pete plus me too. So Pete is debt, right? So like you're getting debt because everyone around you is actually getting it as well. And also two could stand for 투자 as well too. So it's a combination of like I'm going to go get debt or loans because everyone around me is doing it and invest it. So that's actually happening amongst the MZ generation because they aren't very financially aware. Also their salaries aren't as high. They don't have that much like seed money.
Nope.
So they're like, oh, what am I going to do if I put in like $100 and get like 10x? It's only like $1,000. That's not going to change my life.
Exactly.
So they go to like the banks or whatever loan sharks and they get like $1 million or something. And they're like, oh yeah, Samsung has been going off for like months now. There's no way I'm going to lose. And they put it all in. And
then you saw Samsung go down 10% today.
Yep.
That's the thing is most young people don't have tens of thousands of dollars to invest in. And so when you're working at, let's say $5,000, and that could be big money, but your $5,000 made you 10,000, 2x. 2x is good.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great.
But what are you going to do with the $10,000?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not going to change your life.
It's not going to change your life. And they go, well, I did so well all this time. I'm pretty sure I could 2x.
Oh, yeah.
But 2xing on $500,000 will give me $1 million.
Right.
And so in comes all the debt, and that's when everything goes downhill.
Right.
So guys, don't trade without money you don't have.
Never.
That's one thing that you should never do.
Yeah. I mean, there are contradicting theories about it. Well, some successful businessmen do say like appropriate amount of leverage is good. Like if you know how to risk control and if you know how to like cut the losses and stuff, because essentially real estate is also leverage too. Like it's a lot of loans, but it's different because it's not fluctuating. You don't have to see it, so you just squat on it, and after 10 years you'll have like two folds or whatever.
And real estate also gives you returns on a monthly basis or whatever. And so it's true, like business people, like real estate, they'll get into like millions of dollars in debt, but that is going to be gone in whatever.
But the problem with like getting loans and investing in stocks is that like you have this app and you see the numbers like going up and down every single day, and it's like it kind of like eats up your mind.
But also the thing is when you see it on your phone, it doesn't feel like real money.
Yeah.
And so you get brave.
Yeah.
And you do things that you normally wouldn't do if you had the cash on hand, So guys, again, invest very, very carefully. Try to ignore all the FOMO stuff and only invest with the money that you have.
Yes.
David, thanks very much for this. You chose a song from Stray Kids, Chick Chick Boom. Why?
Chick Chick Boom, and let's go up.
Oh my goodness. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you again on Monday.
Okay.